It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bengals and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And the numbers for Andrews last week, 11 catches, 110 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's thrown into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And Matthews has it right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
At the Bengals 40-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. His throw incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete right side to Lazard.
And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Jets.
Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bengals.
Now Burrow on 1st down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From midfield now, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On the toss, this is Jim Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Again, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Fletcher. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Here's 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Here's the Jets punter now. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Left with no option here but to throw it away.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return is Charlie Jones. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season. And given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Wilson. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here.
2nd down and 4.
As they've got it as we resume action.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Jets first down.
They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but
It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. There he goes, right side. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Bolton able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Burrow. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. But remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good footwork at the 30. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Now it's Wilson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard
Again,
line.
Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They go play action with Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Burrow. A short throw caught by Andrews.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Burrow on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher. And down to the... The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Clinton Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the...
Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sport. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Burrow going to throw again. That's caught by Mingo right side. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The New York set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A beautiful fake. Still going. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Bengals.
To the air again, Burrow.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Cincinnati.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Burrow.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's Wilson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard
Cook now
line.
off the read option.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4.
Pickup brings up second and 4.
To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Lazard. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's caught left side, Ruckert with it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here's a second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, first and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. How about this? Jamar Chase.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
An even 90 yards.
And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New York ready to go again offensively.
Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
14 yards. And the Jets first down.
Cook up the gut. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5.
Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28.
That's another Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
And 5 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Hardman. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt.
A 29-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals first down.
Now Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 31.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson.
11-yard line.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Wilson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Fletcher, and he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Bengals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. A short throw caught by Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Nick Bolton
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Here's the Jets punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go play action with Burrow.
He's got Mingo.
And he's brought down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Now Wilson on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down.
They'll come up now on second down.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson.
That's complete. It's Cook.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Now he's free to midfield.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning